Good morning, everyone. I'm Choi In-gyu, as introduced. First of all, it is I express my gratitude to all participants for being here, and I'm very delighted to have this event offline. So today I'll be talking about Design Seoul 2.0, about Seoul as a fun and active city. So this is the table of contents. I'll talk about the overview, the vision, and 5 principles, as well as projects. First, an overview. This person here is the mayor of Seoul, Mr. Oh Se-hun, and he always emphasizes the importance of design. And since 2006 to 2006, we started the Seoul Design 1.0. And he once again emphasized the importance of design in his inaugural address. And he said that creating a complex cultural city is very important. And also, Seoul needs to be marketed as a brand so that in 2007, he said it should be the first year of Seoul brand marketing. And based on these ideas, we wanted to innovate Seoul's design. Now, there are many keywords here, as you can see. Number one is human-centric design, and then a bicycle city, a walkable city. So these are things that we pursued. And this is when we newly established the Seoul Design Head Office, where we came up with strategies for Seoul design. In the past, Seoul was more of a hard city, but we wanted to make Seoul into a soft city, a beautiful city with a nightscape. So in 2006, there were keywords like this. Some are still viable today and some are not, but this is what we had back in 2006. And things like attractive, cultural, or easily communicable, these are some of the keywords that are still very important and valid in 2023. In 2022, we carried out this whole Design 2.0 and looked into UN's Act Now, or UN Habitat, and looked into the SDGs. We really reviewed and examined the keywords and also looked into global cities like London, New York, Paris, and Singapore. So what do these great cities have in terms of strategies? So we did a lot of investigation, and also we looked into the global design trends. And we found that many cities were actually utilizing design, and design was a very important element in the city. What you can see here, these are UN recommendations. We need to save energy at home, walk and bike, or take public transport. And also in our daily life, we should eat more vegetables. And also for carbon neutrality, we should reconsider traveling by plane. And when Seoul was actually coming up with the design strategies, these aspects were very inspiring. And we looked into the sustainable development goals as well. Of course, in Seoul, we don't have serious issues like poverty, but we think that these goals can be some kind of a common ground to make Seoul into a global city, which is why we examined the goals. Nowadays, corporate social responsibility is very important, and ESG is also being strengthened. We also have a lot of interest in ODA. So for developing countries, what kind of help can we provide? These are things that we should consider. And only when we take action in these aspects, we can actually become a very good model as a global city. Also, for global competitiveness, there are many different indices: culture, city. What indices make these cities and cultures move? Of course, we're not aiming to become global, like number one, but we want to go towards a path of becoming a leading city in the world. And I'm the one in charge of design. So these are some of the indices that we looked into. And Mayor O again announced that we will once again begin Design Seoul. In the past, it was Design Seoul 1.0, and now we're going with Design Seoul 2.0, focusing on urban landscape and design landmarks. So that's why we needed a new strategy and vision. So let me introduce you to the vision of Design Seoul 2.0. So, first, we want Seoul to be enjoyed by global citizens and also realize citizens' creativity. And we also want to fit to global standards, but at the same time, have and show that Seoul's own identity. Also, we want to keep the soft Seoul and add to that an active Seoul. So this is what we are aiming for at Design Seoul 2.0. We have 5 strategies: fun walking, easy accessing, impressed by staying. So these 3 are spatial strategies. One of the biggest happiness of design is to make the place fun to walk and go anywhere that person wants to go, and also feel happy wherever that person stays in. We also have time strategies. Seoul has a history of more than a century. It's a historic city, and we love history, and I really love the heritage and culture created by our ancestors. But nowadays, Seoul is the prominent place for K-pop and K-culture. Then, what is the contemporary and futuristic face of Seoul? That's something that we really needed to look into. Of course, the historical aspects are important, but contemporary and futuristic aspects are also important. We need to be more creative, and I believe that night lighting plays a crucial role in this. And I'm very delighted that we're having these discussions with Lucy. Next, 5 principles of Design Seoul 2.0. So empathetic design, inclusive design, contribution design, resilient design, and sustainable design. So empathetic design is when a city develops, we need space to go with our citizens. Citizens have collective memory, and based on that, communities are created. And with more of such spaces, I believe that city becomes a better city. And also, when the citizens are happy, visitors can also be happy as well. The third one here is contribution design. To become a top global city, what we thought was important was we shouldn't be the single one doing a good job, but we should exchange and cooperate and utilize design diplomacy to share our information, knowledge, and experience to actually become a true global top 5 city. And we also have 3 sub principles within each of these 5 major principles. So we have 20 keywords altogether. And along the way, we wanted to find the true keyword for Seoul in 2023. So for us today, what are the keywords that are really crucial to us? And these were the principles that we focused on. Of course, I didn't do this all by myself. We have our bureau, the Design Policy Bureau, and we have many civil servants as well as experts like you here today. So we really put our heads together to come up with these principles and keywords. Next, I want to introduce some projects based on the 5 principles that I just mentioned. First, we want to make Seoul into a city, into a place where people can feel proud of being Seoulness. So structurally, this is what Seoul looks like. I won't go too deep into this, but there are mountains, rivers, and streets in Seoul. And Hangang is a very big river. And if you, it's the very river that you see right in front of this hotel. The breadth is about 1 kilometers, so it's very big. So we want to make this Hangang River into a very natural green landscape. And especially, of course, it should be beautiful in the daytime, but also at night. So DDP's whole light and DDP as well as the Bitsum Festival is being held. And these aspects, I believe, can contribute to a more beautiful scene and landscape, a nightscape of Seoul. In the past, Seoul had a very mono skyline, but now we're trying to make it more vibrant, more with a sense of rhythm in terms of architecture. And architecture also can emit light so that it can show very comfortable light to the people. Also, entry landscape as well as outdoor advertising and nightscape, night scenery. These are things that we planned all together. And I hope these details can be shared with you throughout the 2 days of the workshop. Also, this is something that we are aiming for. In Hangang, there are about 30 rivers, and this is a nightscape that we have, a bridge that leads to the entrance into Seoul. And also, we have river streams where people can really enjoy the waterfront in a very sensible manner. And also, this is the Duksum Hangang Park, where Seoul citizens and young people really like. It can be very attractive, and we can have night lighting so that people can enjoy the nighttime and feel that it's very attractive. And in this regard, we want to upgrade Seoul's design fundamentals. We have realized a beautiful nightscape and Seoul's identity. And also, we have Seoul sek or color. We will be rearranging these colors a bit as well. And our mayor thinks that in the past, Seoul was more of a very serious and hard city, but we want to make it into a more exciting and fun city. So we want to make it into a fun and entertaining city where we have festivals and fun aspects all together. When you go to Hangang River, if you go to the parks, you can see this. This is a bench where citizens can sit here and they really enjoy it. They can view the Hangang River and you can feel the breeze. So when we designed this bench, we really imagined all of this all together. And 5 pieces are one set, and couples can come and enjoy it together, and families can come here and talk to each other. So this is a very good example of that. And this one is an example from New York. It's media fun. So we want to actively put these installations and fun aspects, health aspects, and media aspects together, and we will have further collaboration in these areas. Seoul Light is a festival. And what we think of these festivals is to have a creating space and a place for fostering media industry and also a festival for citizens. So these are the 3 pillars. In the past, when we talk about light festivals, it was more of a consuming festival, but now we have one aspect of creating space for festivals. And also, Gwanghwamun Square is one of the squares that Seoul citizens like the most. And we utilize light and have a light festival in December. If you have time, please come and take a visit. And we will have the Gwanghwamun area constructions complete this year, so it will be much more neat and clean. And also in Seoul, we have the DDP. And we have a media facade that is about 220 meters large. We have global artists coming here, um, looking into the contemporary and futuristic aspects of Seoul. So we will continue to send out these media facade. And I was very impressed by this as well at Evascula. This is a case where we presented an aurora. Of course, they exist in Finland or European countries, but we want to offer an opportunity for Seoul citizens to imagine and take a look at what an aurora would look like. Next is inclusive design. So in Korea as well as other countries, children, teenagers, and middle to prime age and the elderly, there's not many spaces where everyone can really get together. So in the past, the design was very life cycle centric. But now we want to put them all together. So we want to make it inclusive to all generations and converge all generations. So as you can see here, you can see a grandmother and her probably grandchild playing together. I think that's the true scene that we want to see in our cities. And I think this is something that we want to see in the future. This may be a father and son in the city, feeling this leisurely ambience. I think it's really beautiful. This is a case in Seoul. Recently, where we have an aging society and there are a lot of people with dementia. And these tools here are to prevent dementia. And it's very popular in Korea, especially those in their 40s and 50s. Um, these people can also prevent dementia, and it's very well received among the users. Everyday life in Seoul becomes art. This is our motto. And in Seoul, in Hangang, there are artwork like this. And these sculptures are, of course, important, but the light that is illuminated on these sculptures are more important. So we, of course, install artwork, but we also think about how it will be seen and presented at night. This is in a ecological matrix installed in Seoul Forest. So in the daytime, it can be a performance stage and it's made of eco-friendly materials, but at night it looks like this. So with light, when people come here, people can take photos and it turns into a photo zone. Hanging art is also being introduced in Seoul as well. To citizens, we believe it can be a very sudden surprise and joy to the citizens. And unlike other cities, Seoul has a lot of mountains. There are about 40 mountains altogether. And the citizens of Seoul love hiking. They like to go to the mountains. So we want to make this into universal design and space design to make people enjoy mountains even more. So convenient facilities or information design to make people move in these mountain areas. And also in Seoul, there are a lot of pets. There are about 15 million to 20 million pets in Seoul. And we don't have enough public space and public facilities for pets, so we want to engage more in these activities. Next, we want to cooperate, exchange, and promote design diplomacy for contribution design. For all administration aspects, we want to have a design perspective. So this is in front, this is the Seoul Square, and people really like this place. At first, we only had grass, but we recently provided chairs and books so that people can come out here and read whenever they want to. And I believe that such design is very important. And these colors, of course, it offers that excitement and fun of reading books. And at night, there are a lot of incidents where bicycles and people run into each other. So when a bicycle starts to move and go in, that light starts to the light isn't enlightened. So we want to make a safer environment. And I think more and more governments and businesses need to join hands. And in terms of design, we're trying to do that as well. And in Seoul, there is a very well established design guideline, and we are making English versions of this and sharing them with developing countries, especially in Asia, free of charge. And then safety design and health design are some things that we're also doing. We have infectious disease prevention designs as well as construction sites safety in Seoul. And due to climate change, there are a lot of natural disasters, and we're doing design activities in these areas as well. And also, we want to focus on Seoul active design, thinking of health. In case of New York, started active design for diabetes, but now we want to focus more on physical as well as psychological health. And very simple devices to help the visually impaired to have better experience of exercising and also give a space for mind health. And also, teenagers are too much into smartphones. So, utilizing plants, we created this space to help teenagers have more contact with nature. Next, sustainable design. So, we create benches using eco friendly materials. And we also are fostering Seoul design industries. And with cooperation, we want to become a truly design industry ecosystem. And but we want to expand more smart facilities in Seoul. And last year we created a new standard design, and we will be expanding this throughout the city. So we want to make Seoul into a dynamic design city. We want to become a global top 5 city, exchanging with other cities globally. Thank you very much.